Lions TV, full time from the den where it's finished. Millwall 1, Preston North End 1. It's a difficult game to analyse, to be honest with you. For me, it's 2 points lost. It's a difficult game to talk about. A game where the only goals that were scored were from two mistakes from the opposition team. First goal comes for Preston. I felt like we were comfortable in play. For some reason, he obviously hasn't seen the runner, but Camille Negley's passed it back to the goalkeeper. It hasn't got enough weight on it, and their strikers nicked it over Crocombe, and we're 1-0 down after 15 minutes. I always think at Millwall that if we go a goal down, it's usually quite difficult to turn things around. But I can't turn around and say to you that Preston were a better team in the first half. I felt like we put a lot of pressure on them. I'd love to see how many corners we had, because we had plenty of corners, and created lots of opportunities. You know, there was a Maku went running down the wing. He just had to stick it across the goalkeeper. He went for near post. We had the situation where the ball was through. Ivanovic was through, and he trod on the ball instead of taking it in his stride, or even just hitting it first time. And I think there was other opportunities. Negley in the first 5-10 minutes had a great opportunity to just get a shot on target, but couldn't. You know, we probably, although we've gone in with a 1-1 draw, that's just come from the keeper absolutely spooning a kick. He's missed the ball completely, and this is the importance of chasing every single ball down, even if you think you're not going to get it, because every now and then a little bit of treasure comes up, and that's exactly what he got today. A reward for his efforts. In his form, I would have still backed him to miss it, to be honest, but he put it away. We've gone into the half time at 1-1. I'm going to be really honest with you. I thought we were going to come back and turn these over in the second half, but we don't. We seem to sit back a lot in the first 10 minutes of each half. You know, the first half of the first half, we were quite sit backish for a little while. And in the second half, I felt like we done exactly the same. And look, we've had our chances, but we're just missing something at the moment. Dan uses a good word, which I'm going to use again, is that we've got a lot of powder puff players at the minute. Players that don't like getting dirty, don't like getting, roughing things up, and dominating areas. And unfortunately, that's what we've got at the moment as Millwall supporters. I felt like a Maku isn't strong enough, a Ballo isn't strong enough, Negley isn't strong enough, and Ivanovic is being pulled from pillar to post as well. We need someone a bit more ferocious up top, and the problem is that's not Coburn either. So we need to be looking in January. We need to be sort of maybe trying to find someone like this that can be, I don't know, like your Lyndon Dyke, your Kiefer Moore, these type of players that have a presence in the box, because I don't feel like we have that at the minute, which is a shame. I'm going to say it was 2 points lost, but you'll take the draw, I suppose. If you're not gonna win, at least draw, sorry, and take the point. But I genuinely believe 2 points lost. I will say as well, I think the substitutions were very, very confusing, and I know it's not my job as a supporter to try and understand what formation he's playing or why he's put these players on. That's his job, and it's down to him. But I just felt like the last 10 minutes, we sort of decided to go for it in one instance because Langstaff come on, and I felt that if we'd kept Maku on, and if we'd kept Ballo on, we probably could have created something with two strikers in the box. And then it all just sort of went apart, almost as if he'd admitted defeat in this, and we'll take the draw, where we put Wes Harding on, Cundall came on, and we even decided to give Daniel Kelly some minutes. It was a bit like, right, okay, well let's just stand for the draw. As a Millwall supporter at home, I'm expecting us to go for it. I thought, here we go, two up top, get the winger in, and get some balls into the box, and let's go and nick this winner. But I felt like we admitted defeat, really, to be honest with you, and decided to just go for the draw last 5 minutes, and that's disappointing for me. But Alex Neil has his reasons. that's why he's a football manager, and I'm just a supporter that's turned up at Bermondsey in his van. So, you know, he would have had his reasons. But it's another point, you know, let's not be too hasty. I think it's the international break now. My head's all over the place with fixtures and stuff. I run 2 football teams as well. But if it is, that means the next game I think might be Portsmouth. So if you're going, I'll see you there. Come on, you Lions.